Alright everybody, back on the Ranger. This is starter part for HDA Model Works. I ordered some 805 double density white flat taped LEDs. They're right here. They're extremely small. I have them side by side next to your standard 5mm. Here's the 805s, really small. It's going to work perfect for the overhead lighting for the Ranger. Turn some power on to the LED so everybody can take a look at it. Pretty bright, but these are going to work out just fine for what I need for the Ranger for the overhead lighting. When I hook that up, I'll film that so everybody can get a look. I cut it down to the size that I need, the length. They're no different than the standard. I think you can do it in small sections. Let's see here. Turn the overhead light on. Trying to think. I think you could do it in threes, like about where my thumb is. So you can get a lot out of this roll. I'll probably be using these a lot down the road. It comes in different colors. And like I said, I'd like to thank Jerry from HDA Model Works. I ordered these last week and they came in Monday. I could have used these in the Ranger, but it would have been a tight squeeze. I wouldn't have had much room on the inside to play with putting the windows in. And I'm happy to say that they came out with the same type of 5mm to the 2mm. These are 2mm in size. Ain't gonna have no problem putting them in for the overhead lighting. Figured I should share this with everybody. You got to go check out his website. He's got about everything you can think of for lighting for your model kits. So once I get them installed in the upper part of the Ranger, I'll film that and show everybody how I'm going to do that. Hang tight and I'll get back with everybody as soon as I can. Alright everybody, another update on the Ranger. I've been working on the overhead lighting. I'll show that in a minute. Been working on this 1/44 scale. Maybe take it down to the spray booth tomorrow and hit it with some paint. I'm going to flip this over so everybody can get a look at the overhead lighting. I got a little strip of the 805 SMD 2mm for the overhead lighting. I had to cut it down a little bit more. I used my glue gun to hold it in place. I'm going to go ahead and hook it up to a 9-volt battery. Turn the overhead light off. And there you go. Looks pretty cool. Flip it over here. It's going to be perfect for the overhead lighting, which I will be running off of 12 volts. This is just running off a 9-volt battery right now. May install the windows prior to painting the top. I'll think about that when I get around to it. But I think it turned out really good. Looks real good. Like my idea, and glad they came out with these small SMD 2mm flat taped LEDs. It's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and continue working on this. Figured I'd share this with everybody. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, another update on the Ranger. I got them down in the spray booth today and I'm going to hit it with some paint. I'm going to have to touch it up with a little bit of primer first. Previous video I showed that I did the wiring for the overhead lighting on the inside. That should have no problem with the touch up I'm going to do. I got to touch up the front here a little bit with some primer. Bottom here I got to hit that with primer, and I'm going to hit the bottom with flat black. I have this masked off too because I just don't want to get any paint. That's where that other part goes on top, and that's flat black. I got my thinner out. I use this a lot. It's universal acrylic thinner. Plus I have this thinner I haven't used yet. It's a full bottle. And your Tamiya X28 thinner. So I have plenty of thinner. I've been using Model Masters acrylic grade primer number 4680, and then for my flat black I'm using XF-1 from Tamiya. I'm going to go ahead and get started here and mixing some paint up. Primer the parts I need to do first, and then hit it with some flat black. Once I get that all done, I'll show what it looks like. So everybody have a good day, and I'll get back as soon as I can. Alright everybody, another update on the Ranger. Bottom I hit with flat black. Turned out awesome. May have to hit it a couple more coats, but I'll let that sit for a couple days or bring it back down here next weekend. I hit this part here. That turned out pretty decent. Only thing I goofed up is I didn't look at the paint guide here on the front here. You see where it's hit with flat black. I did it a little bit too much. Took the tape off and took a little paint off. I'm going to have to touch that up, but this section right here I'm going to have to redo. Either hit it with primer or just go over it with the white. Minor mistake, but I can fix that, no problem. I may do that today. Another thing with the photo edge that I got for the Ranger, which I may not use any of the photo edge parts, comes with this clear piece of plastic sheet here, which is cool, and this is for the windows. It says it here in the instructions, for cutting out the windows. And this is what I'm going to use, transparent black window tint, number 2949, and I'm just going to go ahead and shake the can up and spray one side of this real good with the transparent black. I'm going to go over it light first, just to get it to where I want it to be, like maybe about 50%, maybe a little less, because I want to be able to see on the inside once it's all put together. That's the next thing I'm going to do. Once that's done, I'll probably film that to see how that turns out. And I may work, like I said, on the front here and fix that little mistake that I made. So I'm going to continue on working on this. Figured I'd share this with everybody on the Ranger. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, good idea I came up with. This piece of cardboard came with the photo edge. I got the clear plastic tape to it, as you can see here. Kind of like a picture frame. I'm mixing up the paint right now in the can, the transparent black window tint. I'll be able to have more control painting it and putting on what I want. Once that's all done, I'll film it. If it turns out alright, I'll let it set for probably a couple days to a week before I take it off the cardboard, and I should be good to go for the windows for the Ranger. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to paint that. Once it's finished, I'll film it. I'll get back with everybody as soon as I'm done with the windows. Everybody have a great day. Alright everybody, the last update on the Ranger. Like I showed previously in the video, I got the bottom all done with flat black. Turned out really nice. Probably have to hit it with a couple more coats, but I may have to wait next weekend to do it. Over here, this is that part I was talking about. I just got it set on top of the Ranger. But that's all flat black. That turned out nice. I did fix the front, masked it off, and hit it with some more primer, and that's how it was supposed to look, and it turned out real good. Over here I hit that clear plastic with this transparent black window tint, number 2949. I don't know how long the dry time is on this. I'm going to let it sit. I kind of like it the way it looks. It's got that nice like mirror look to it, and you can still see the tape on the inside. I may have to hit it a couple more times, but I'll decide that here down the road. I'm going to go ahead and call it a wrap on this for what I did with the Ranger today, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on the Ranger. This is Saturday evening, and I'm going to be working on adding some more flat black XF-1 from Tamiya. I have it masked off, and the two areas I'm going to hit with the flat black. I'm going to touch the front up here a little bit. I'm going to mask off the overhead lighting that I got with the new 805 SMD tape SMDs. It's really cool for the overhead lighting. I showed it in the previous video, but I want to cover that up with some tape so I don't get no paint on it. I'm going to go ahead and start working on this. When I'm finished with the flat black, I'll film that. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, another update on the Ranger. I just hit everything with a couple more coats of flat black. The bottom turned out really decent. Top turned out really nice. I'll take the mask off here in a little bit, and then I want to mask off the flat black and hit the top with flat white. Same with the back here. I know these side sections get flat black, but I'll work on that later. I'm just going to hit it with some flat white. This part here goes on the back side of the Ranger. I hit that, a couple more coats of flat black. Turned out really nice. Then also in the kit you get this 1/44 scale. You get two of them, Rangers, and I hit it with some flat black, and then I'll mask that off and hit it at the top with flat white, and then paint the windows in. I probably won't have those on the base, but I'm going to paint it anyways. So I'm going to continue working on this. Once I hit it with some flat white, that's all done, I'll film it. Everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, another update on the Ranger. I hit it with some flat white, a couple coats. Turned out pretty decent, looking real good. Probably have to hit it a few more times, but I'm going to call it a wrap on this for tonight. Also hit the hatch in the back with some flat white. That turned out pretty decent. I'll try to see if I can bring this again downstairs in the basement tomorrow and hit it with some more flat white. I'll get it upstairs here in a little bit and get a better look at it and some better lighting. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, another update on the Ranger. This is Sunday, February 14th. It's in the middle of the afternoon. I had the Ranger down in the spray booth. What I'm going to be doing today is these two patterns came with the instructions. Cut them out, and one goes on this side here and the opposite side for this part being black on the back end of the Ranger, as you can see right here. What I'm going to do is just I got some paint masks coming from Cult TV Man. I'll have them Tuesday from Aztec Dummies. So I'm just going to eye about where I'm going to have to hit it with some flat black. It's just in this section right here. I'll cover the rest of it up. You can always clean that all up once I hit this with some flat black and wait for the paint masks to come in the mail. Cover that up and then redo the top part of the Ranger in white. So I'm going to hit it with a couple more coats of flat white anyways. But if I can at least get this accomplished today, painting these little sides here with flat black, mask this off here on top, I'll be happy with that. I'm almost done here with working on the Ranger with the paint job. I know I'm going to have to hit a couple more coats, like I said, with the flat white. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here, cut these out, and eye them about where it's just right in this section here where it's going to get some flat black. Once I get that all done, I'll film it. So I'm going to get started working here, and everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, another update on the Ranger. I hit this with some flat black. The other side, there is a little bit of overspray, and I painted on This part right here turned out pretty decent. Same for the other side. Looks pretty good. All I did was cut this out of the instructions. I put it on this tile here with an X-Acto knife. I cut it out, the pattern, perfect. And then I just held it up here, sprayed it with my airbrush. Turned out pretty decent. Probably need a couple more coats of paint. I do have those paint masks coming in Tuesday. You can see a little overspray right there, but the top's going to get some more flat white anyways. A couple more coats, that'll cover up nice. Here's the interior. Give everybody another look at it. Here's the cockpit. It's all done, ready to be mounted. I still have to work on mounting everything on the inside, plus the rear 5mm 2 flickering LEDs for the engine effects. So I'm going to call this a wrap for part 4. Figured I'd share this with everybody. And everybody have a good day.